Hi. I thought I was recording. So let me go over this again. This is Roxy's weekly challenge number 11. We're doing a trifold, and I have printed out this piece of French ephemera from the Graphics Fairy on a craft piece of cardstock. And I've rounded the corners, and let's see, how did I do that? I scored this at 4 1/4. This is 8.5 by 11. I scored it at 4 1/4, and I scored it at 9, so that we had this little wraparound. I put an eyelet in somewhat in the middle, and right now I am trying to figure out how I want to use this closure. I think I'm going to do a short side, wrap this around, and yeah, definitely don't need a whole yard. But if you're giving this away to someone, actually a yard is just about right, because if you're giving this away, you know, you want them to be able to use everything that's in it. If you're going to use it for ephemera or what have you, that's 1 yard, and it just leaves, I would totally leave it like that, especially once it's got some ephemera in it. But let's go ahead. I'm not going to decorate this piece. Let's go on the inside first, though. I want to put a pocket here, and I'm going to put a side tuck here. So I have these scraps that I had printed out. These are 8.5 by 11 that I printed 2 to a page. So however your software does that, I believe they were 5 by 7. In fact, if I measure them, they are 5 by 7. Just a smidge over, because I do borderless. So I'm going to use one of these for a page pocket and one of them for a side tuck. And let's see, because this is printed on paper, I'm going to double it. So I'm going to fold this one in half this way, and I think I'm going to use that one for my pocket. Does it fit in there? No, we're going to have to trim it down a little bit. But I'm going to use this one for the side tuck, and I'm going to fold it in half long ways. So that just helps use up scraps. I'm going to get my glue book here and my glue, and just glue these together. It'll make them a little bit sturdier. And hope everyone's having a great day. I already got in all my steps for today. I'm so excited. Been trying to be more deliberate. That's the word I'm looking for on my steps. Where's my phone folder? There it is. Yeah, the one thing I do notice about this purple glue is that, yeah, mess up my new mat. But it is water-based, so this should be able to clean up really well. And it is wiping off. It is softer than the Scotch Create. So even though this is a 3M product as well, Scotch, but it, yeah, it's a thinner concentration. I don't know what the word I'm looking at. So it's just thinner. So I have a little bit of a heavy hand. So let's see. I'm going to have to trim this down by almost a 1/2 inch. This one will not need to be trimmed down, because it's going to go on the side of the page, and it doesn't go the whole way. So I don't know if you guys can hear all the dogs barking in the video, but school's out, and the dogs next door go, well, I say next door, it's actually behind us, but we live on a corner. So, yeah, the dogs go nutso when the kids are getting out of school. Actually, it's only 1:20. They shouldn't be getting out. Maybe somebody's just walking by. Anyway, all right, so this is going to be here on this side. And I could even put it down here and just glue it on 2 sides. I may do that. That way you can actually put something bigger in there. And then this one I need to trim a 1/2 inch. Which side do I want to use? I think I want to use this side, so I will trim this side. So that fits in there. And leave myself some room here. The lid. I'm going to need my Fabri-Tac, so I hope it's in working order. I'm going to get this down. Do I want to put a thingamajigger in? Nah, I'm not going to worry about it. I'm just going to make a regular pocket. You could put a thumb hole in there if you want. I don't have my hole punch handy. Yep, the dog stopped, so maybe they're not getting out of school. I thought it was later than it was. I've gotten a lot accomplished today, so it feels like it should be later, but just going to center that in between those two fold lines. Kind of hard to see. Yeah. All right, and then this one we can either put it here and glue on these three sides. Don't glue this one, you won't be able to use your pocket. We could just glue it on as a tuck and leave, you know, it better. I think I'm going to do the L. The L glue technique. Yeah, this is really tight coming out. I'm going to have to go back to my other. Yep, I know I have another bottle, but this one's just, I need to put the glue in the other bottle and then maybe soak this one, the pieces parts, in acetone or something. I don't know. Hopefully I did that right. I don't feel any glue on this side, so maybe. All right. Okay, so you could decorate the inside of both of these if you wanted to. I'm not going to because I kind of like the break from all the patterns, but lots of stuff we can stick in here. Some ephemera, some tags, any miscellaneous kind of things that you have left laying around will go in here. It's very eclectic. So I do have this page that I want to decorate a little bit. So I don't remember what I had planned, to be honest. I think I was going to put this on the other side. And this was going to go on the other side. And maybe a cluster. But I think, okay, because this is going to be closed like this. So let me lay that. And I'm pretty sure this goes here. And I think I was just going to put this label here like that. I do have another, oops, another butterfly to stick here. And this, I think, goes on the front. That's what I get. I don't know. I play with these things and then I change my mind 10 times before I actually get around to doing. I do want to keep everything kind of left sided here because I want to make sure I can see it when it's closed. Just getting a little bit of that white edge off of here. Tone it down because I am not fussy cutting in all those little white spaces. I don't have it in me. Alright, so let's get this down. Come on. There we go. Okay. So yeah, I'm going to just set this kind of right here like that. And then we'll take this label. And like I said, some of this stuff is Tim Holtz, some of it is Anna Griffin, some of it is I don't know what. So All right, put that right up against the edge there. And then the butterfly. I was going to put the butterfly kind of like right there. Yeah, I think I will. But need to tone down the white border. Got a little bit too much glue there. I'm going to take that off. Okay. And just kind of set it like that. Yep, I knew that was going to be too much glue. Okay. So that decorates that side, and you have the little decorations from the paper here. Alright, so then on this side, and I probably should have decorated that before I put in the closure, but that's okay. We will make it work. I want to just put a little bit of ink on here. And this is a good way to use up all the little bits and pieces that you have, or bits and bobs. It, you know, in our baskets we end up with a lot of little tiny pieces that we always overlook, and this would be great for using up all those little pieces. And there we go. I'm going to put him right in the center of the bottom here, just like that. And then I have this that I always want to use but never do anything big enough, and so I am going to use this for the top of this page just because I can. Okay. Okay, we'll stick that right. I think it should fit just about perfect. Look at that. You can see why I haven't used it before. It's 4 3/4 inches wide. So, yeah. And then I'm just going to take this miscellaneous stuff and stick it right in the middle. I'm going to ink these really quick. Don't exactly remember how I wanted this, so we'll just play with it for a second till it looks right. Alright, I think I had this kind of in the middle with the airmail. Yep, and I had just this behind it, just kind of peeking out. So we'll put that one there. I've got thousands of these little bits. They seem to multiply somewhat. And I'm using this one in the middle because it's got lines you could write on if you want. And then just this little red accent piece never hurts. Let's see. I think I want to put it right here. There we go. So then you can put all your ephemera pieces inside. as many, I mean, because this can hold quite a bit of stuff. I just pulled out those two things, but yeah, we can wrap this around and tie this closed. And you can get quite a bit of stuff in here, I would think. There we go, just like that. We have that one. I didn't make as big of a bow, but there we go. So we have the flower, butterfly label, and then we have the back side, and we have the inside with the pocket and the tuck. And I have stuff here to make another one, but I don't know that I have enough. Oh, I have 13 minutes. Let's see how far we can get. Let's see how far we can get on this one. I'm going to do it exactly the same way. So I think I'll use this green one for the long pocket. And then I'll use this one for the short pocket. And I will have to trim this down 1/2 inch again. Oops. That wasn't 1/2 inch. That was 1/4 inch. Okay. I'm so excited I get to go see Fiddler on the Roof next month. Yeah, it's playing at our local dinner theater. And I'm so excited because I just told my husband last night, they're playing Fiddler on the Roof. He's like, well, let's go. So, and then he wants to see, after that they're playing something I can't remember, but then they're playing Sound of Music. So definitely want to go see Sound of Music when you know all the songs, right? So that, and then where's that other piece? Here we go. So yeah, that's fun, and it's a Sunday matinee, so because I can hardly do the late night shows anymore. Oh my gosh, it starts at 5:30 or something, and you don't get out till 10:30 or so. I'm in bed by 10 o'clock. I'm in bed by 9 o'clock most days. So I'm an early riser. Well, not as early as my husband. My goodness, he gets up at like 5:30, 4:30. He's crazy. I think it goes this way. And so I'll put that on the left, and then I want the fold side up. So I'm thinking, put it this way. All right, so let's get this off, and I'll round the corners again since you guys missed it the first time. Well, that one doesn't look right. Get that one square edge, you know you haven't gotten it all the way in there. It is going to be stuck that way. All right. So did I say that way or this way? It looks like I did it a little crooked, so should have trimmed off that side. Okay, so pocket, when the glue comes out, there we go. And right there, and then this one we want here and here. Okay, and there's our pocket and our tuck, and then here we're going to do an eyelet. I'm going to wait on that. Let's go ahead and do this decoration. So here we have, I think we'll just do the back first. We have the big butterfly like I said, you know, if you're mass making and you do everything in a similar manner, it goes a lot faster. So it might take a long time to do the first one, but then the second one, you don't have to think, because you just use the same, you know, components in a different, you know, different image or whatever, and it's a lot easier to not have to think the second time around. So I did all the thinking before I got on here with you guys. I like that. And here again, one of those that in fact, this is the medium size. There's a small, medium, and large of this. The large one was too big for this. I think it's like 6 inches. So this one is slightly smaller. It will fit. So I'm going to put this across the top. There we go. Doesn't have to be perfect. Okay, so on this one, I'm doing something similar. So I think this will go in the middle and this will go on the left. Like I said, if you know, just do it in the same way, then you won't have any issues, because it'll work. And then this one has the lines if you want to title anything. And we have a stamp. Oops, I'm just going to put a little bit of edge on it. Okay, 2-cent stamp. I'm going to put that one there. So there's that side. Then on this side, we're going to do a similar thing to the last one, making sure we keep everything to the left. Now you could make this flip out the other way. It's completely up to you. I'm just following Rachel's the way that she did it. So you don't have to do it exactly the same way that I do it or that Rachel does it or whatever, but the point is, make a trifold, decorate it, use up your scraps, in my opinion. So put that down. Yes, you can still see that. And then this one has a label and it goes the opposite direction. See how much quicker this one was now that I knew what I was doing? We're almost done already. All I have to do is put the eyelet and the tie after this. So, well, that, and I don't have to talk you through everything. So I'm going to stick this right here, and then I'm going to put this butterfly. I'd like to put this butterfly kind of right, oops, stuck to me, kind of right here, but yep, that'll work. We can still see him. Okay, let's get his white. I'm having a hard time picking him up. Get his white areas off. There we go. I guess I should have closed up the purple glue. I just want a little bit on those antennae because I don't want them to get snagged. Well, how am I going to do this without getting glue all over me? Just like that. Okay, perfect. Alright, so let's try to get this somewhat centered. I know that this is 8.5, so 1, 2, 3, 4 1/4 should be about right there. Where's my pencil? About there. And we will punch. I mean, it doesn't have to be perfect, but I'd like it to be. I feel like there's something that is still stuck in here. I can't see. I'm like eyeballing it. I think I'm centered. I think that's why I'm not getting it exactly where I know exactly what this is now, guys. So this is the plug. Okay, good. And everything behind it that I've been cutting ever since. A couple weeks ago, my husband asked me to punch a new hole in his belt. That's what it is. These things will cut through, and that's what that was. Big old leather plug. He's been losing so much weight that he bought a new belt, but he's already asked me to punch new holes in it twice. Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, it's much easier when you can see what you're doing. There we go. And an eyelet. And I think I'll just use that same lace trim that we used a minute ago. So I've got more of that. Okay. So we've got that. And I don't have anything to put in those pockets at the moment, but I will later fill those up. And I think it was Gail that said this would be a perfect gift for including in an order. Agree. That's a good idea. So maybe that's what I'll do. And then right there. Okay. So we'll just stick this in this way. Trying to beat the clock, guys. And then go around this way. And tie a bow. Just like that. So there we go. We have our two trifold pockets a la Rachel at Roxy's Creation. This is Roxy's Weekly Challenge number 11. So thank you for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye now.